Choosing a university, man. For a lot of us, it's one of the first truly huge decisions we ever have to make. It's just filled with pressure, right? Endless research and this constant anxiety about getting it right. But what if there was a way to kind of crack the code on making the best choice for you? Well, let's dive into how one student did exactly that. Just imagine this for a second. You're opening your emails and it is nothing but good news. Acceptance after acceptance. I mean, it sounds like a total dream, doesn't it? But it also creates a real dilemma. When literally every single door is open, how on earth do you know which one you're supposed to walk through? Well, this isn't just a hypothetical. We found a real-world case of this exact situation. A student got into every single school they applied to. And after weighing all their options, they made a decision that might actually surprise some of you. Wilkes University. Now, this isn't just about their choice. It's about the powerful, crystal-clear logic they used to get there. So this whole situation brings up a classic psychological idea you might have heard of, the paradox of choice. It's the concept that having too many options, even if they're all great, can actually make you feel paralyzed and less happy with your final decision. So to get around that, you really need a system. And that is exactly what this student had. They didn't just, throw a dart at a map and hope for the best. Nope. They used a super clear, logical framework that was built on 3 core pillars. This helped them cut through all the noise and find the one place that was genuinely the perfect personal fit. So what were these 3 pillars? Okay, let's break down this whole decision-making process step by step, because honestly, it's a masterclass in how to make a really complex choice feel way, way simpler. All right, the very first piece of the puzzle comes straight from the student's mouth. Now pay attention to the key words here. Practical learning, specialized focus, and career goals. You see, this isn't about some vague idea of prestige. It's about a direct, straight line to a future profession. So there it is. Pillar number 1 is all about career focus. For this student, the single most important factor was how a university was going to prepare them for a specific job. Wilkes just happened to offer a specialized cybersecurity program with a huge emphasis on hands-on, practical skills. It was a perfect match for their long-term professional goals. Okay, so we've got the what, the subject they wanted to study. But the next pillar deals with the how. How is that information actually going to be taught and absorbed? This quote really shifts the focus from the curriculum itself to the actual classroom experience. And this gives us pillar number 2, the learning environment. This student clearly didn't want to be just another face in some giant lecture hall. They put a high value on smaller classes and having direct access to their professors. That tells you their ideal way to learn was in a setting that felt more intimate, interactive, and supportive. And now, finally, we get to the 3rd pillar, and you could argue it's the most personal one of all. I mean, after you've thought about academics and career prep, what's left? It's the feeling of a place, right? It's that human element that turns a campus into a place you can call home. And this just perfectly nails the final pillar, community fit. Because let's be real, college is way more than just classes and labs. It's the people you meet, it's the culture you become a part of. For this student, that welcoming and supportive vibe at Wilkes was the ultimate deciding factor that tied everything else together into that all-important feeling of best fit. This whole case study provides such a powerful lesson, and it applies to pretty much any major life decision. It's all about shifting our focus from what the world says is the best to what we, deep down, know is the best for us. This really highlights a massive difference in how we should approach making choices. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got the old school idea of the best school, and that's all driven by outside stuff like rankings and name recognition. But then on the other side, you have the best fit school, and that decision is driven by internal factors, your personal goals, how you like to learn, and the kind of community where you know you'll thrive. And really, that's the big takeaway from this whole thing. The goal isn't just to get into the school with the most famous name. The real goal is to find the one place where you, with your unique personality and your own ambitions, are going to be the most successful and the most happy. It's such a simple shift in mindset, but honestly, it changes everything. So that leaves us with one final question to think about, whether you're choosing a college, a job, or even a city to live in. Just for a moment, forget all the rankings and what everyone else thinks, and ask yourself this: what are the non-negotiable pillars of your best fit? Because answering that question, That's the real first step to making the perfect choice.